Hello, my beautiful friend, and welcome back to another daily video. We're going to talk about Xbox again, but before we do that, I have something really funny for you. Horizon multiplayer spin-off Hunter's Gathering. Wait, really? It wasn't Hunter Gatherer? Oh, oops. I didn't read the title before. Has a playtest this weekend. Sky's the limit. Yeah, because so many people want to play this or this. I mean, I would play her, but whenever you have a playtest starting on Friday, February 27th, whenever Resident Evil 9, Resident Evil Requiem is coming out on Friday the 27th, yeah, I don't think that's a good idea, Sony. You need another day as well. Also, my other issue with the game is not only the art style, which looks artsy, fartsy, that's fine. It kind of looks like AI, and it kind of looks like very easy to replicate with AI. That is my biggest issue with the art. And also the gameplay just looks like plain boring. It looks like you are hitting a sponge. But yeah, Xbox. I'm not going to talk about every article that I'm going to show you today, but you will find it in the description box down below. I just want to show you. New Xbox leadership confirms no Microsoft pressure to increase AI use. Yeah, because Microsoft doesn't need to pressure. As Asha Sharma, the new Xbox CEO, is basically friends with the German slipped out, I'm sorry. With Nadia Sudela, or whatever her name was, the CEO of Microsoft. And don't forget, Asha Sharma was the president or the CEO of Core AI in Microsoft. So they don't need pressure whenever we have now someone who basically just loves AI and is one of the people responsible for the price rises of, RAM and SSDs. But then we have this article. Xbox is being sunsetted. Seamus Blackley, one of the creators of Xbox, thinks recent shakeup spells the end for Microsoft's gaming business. Oh boy. Again, we're not going to go through the article because we have this one here. Oh, I'm sorry. This is something that I just scrolled down to look at. So, by GameSpeed. I have never seen this page before. What an Xbox founder thinks of the new Xbox CEO, Seamus Blackley interview, written by Dean Takahashi. So, this is a very interesting one. Seamus Blackley was one of the renegades who got the Xbox started before it became a corporate thing, endorsed by Bill Gates and Steve Ballmer more than 26 years ago. Holy crap, that's a long time. I remember playing Halo and Full Spectrum Warrior on my original Xbox, and the Duke controller, that humongous thing, in my mind, still one of the best controllers ever. Until people said, but it's too big for my hands, and now people can't get enough big things into their hands, but that's another story. He was a game developer who pushed the frontiers of gaming and wanted the US to launch a console just as Sega gave up and Sony and Nintendo were locking up the market. Blackley and an unlikely group of Microsoft employees, including Otto Burks, Ted Hayes, Nate Brown, Ed Fries, I love your last name by the way, and Kevin Bachus? I'm just going to pronounce it German. Bachus? Got the attention of Gates with a plan to use the PC to take away the throne of console leadership from Sony. There were competing teams within Microsoft, but Blackley and Fries, still I love the name, I don't want to make fun of it, it's just amazing, gave the effort a lot of cred and when it came to winning over game developers and gamers. Many of those founders, including Blackley and the 4 generations of leaders who came after him, have since left Microsoft, and now their baby has landed in the hands of Asha Sharma, an outsider to the game industry who has focused her career on AI. Again, one of the people, she's responsible, not solely, but she is also responsible for the price rising in RAM and SSDs. It's her fault that I can't get my hands on the Steam machine and, more importantly, on the Steam controller. Goddammit. Microsoft announced Sharma will replace Xbox CEO Phil Spencer, and COO President Sarah Bond is leaving the company. She will team up with number 2 exec Matt Booty for a reason. A game veteran who will be the link to all of Microsoft's game studios. Yeah, that wasn't possible with Phil Spencer, right, Microsoft? Right. He wasn't perfect, he did his fair share of stupid things, yes. But I'd rather have him than Asha Sharma. Because I never advocated to Microsoft to, well, get rid of Phil. Almost 25 years ago, the coalition of renegades grew until the full force of Microsoft, then the leading tech company in the world, got behind it. Xbox launched in 2001. God damn it. And proceeded to lose around $4 billion in its first generation. But with each generation, Microsoft learned and changed and tried to innovate faster than its rivals. And I did like that. Back in the day, I interviewed all of the leaders and wrote a couple of books on the Xbox business. Good for you. Xbox Live enabled Microsoft to get an edge in online gaming. The Xbox 360 was a breakout success, except for the red rings of death that led to electrical failures. Yeah, but it still was a really good console. The Xbox team lost its footing with the Xbox One because it was incredibly stupid to have the online capability, you have to be online all the time or your console will just do nothing. And I remember having a lot of American friends back in the day, many of which had also friends and family, in the Middle East, fighting. And they all had the original Xbox or Xbox 360 with them in the Middle East, where there is no internet, so they can at least play a video game in their downtime. Yeah, that wasn't possible with the Xbox One. Weird, right? And don't forget the Kinect. That was also really stupid. Which focused on entertainment over games, which is also really stupid. And then Phil Spencer, who started at Microsoft as an intern, was part of the original Xbox launch team, took over. Spencer ushered in the latest console, the Xbox Series X and S, which is also incredibly stupid. This was now the final blow to the whole Xbox thing, because you can buy the Xbox Series S because it's cheaper, but you're also getting a console that's just basically a PS4. And we are in a time where PlayStation 5 was just banging everything out. We have the engineer, the main engineer for PlayStation, I forgot his name, but his voice is buttery smooth. And I do like to listen to him because you can hear that he knows what he's talking about. And oh man, I just could go back and watch his videos again. So you had developers making games for the Series S, and they had to upscale it to the X, which was incredibly stupid. Also, the naming convention is just so much of backwards thinking. And push for Microsoft's Game Pass subscriptions, which is also incredibly stupid. Cloud gaming efforts and cross-platform play. He engineered the $68.7 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard, which now we know has something to do with a certain billionaire who I don't want to mention because I will get flagged for restricted mode again. And Bobby Kotick. the former CEO of Activision Blizzard. Blackley went on to a career working for game devs at CAA, I don't know what that is, and has spent a lot of time lately working on new technologies, goddammit, enabled by physics research. Damn, man! I do start to like you. I caught up with Blackley to extract some wisdom about Microsoft's journey in games, what he thinks Sharma should do, and where gaming can go next. Part of his message is hopeful, but Blackley sees a lot of peril on the road that Microsoft is following. Not only him, I mean, basically everyone, since day one, since the announcement was, oh no. And there is no anyway behind that oh no. And it makes him worry about the future of gaming. Me too, man, me too. But we have indie games and AA games. I can sympathize with the concern about authenticity. On the other hand, almost all the new gaming startups these days are getting funding because they have an AI angle. Why can't Microsoft do that too? So, we're just going to read the first thing here, the first question, and then we're going to move on. GameSpeed. Tell me what you mean about how things are going. Seamus Blackley. From Microsoft, Satya Nadella, that was her name, has made an incredible number of bets and investing an incredible amount of money and credibility in the transform model AI future. Yeah, how did that turn out for you? Xbox, like a lot of businesses that aren't the core AI business, is being sunset. There it is. Xbox is dying. They are just basically slowly but surely getting it out of the house, behind the barn with a shotgun, and are just going to blast that piece of technology into smithereens. Yeah, and again, because of the AI thingy, if you're not aware of, after their financial report, Microsoft stock plummeted a lot because apparently, I wonder why, AI is not profitable. Weird, right? They don't say that, but that's what's happening. I expect that the new CEO, Asha Sharma, her job is going to be as a palliative care doctor who slides Xbox gently into the night. I do like that. The palliative care doctor. Oh god, it just seems really true. I imagine asking somebody if it made sense to put a major motion picture studio into the hands of somebody who didn't like movies, or a major record label into the hands of somebody who'd never seen a live show. Why would you do that? Yeah, exactly. Well, you only do that if you're looking at the problem in a more abstract way. The natural consequence of the focus on AI is that AI abstracts every problem from the minds of the executives who believe in it. We're abstracting the problem of games as well. There is a core belief, and you can see it in what Satya said, that AI will subsume games like it will subsume everything, which is a terrible thing to happen. I don't want that. The job of all these people is to just gently usher all these business units into the new world of AI. So it's going to die. That's what you're seeing here, whether or not you agree with it, whether you agree with AI having the potential to do that, whether AI will be successful is a separate matter. But that's what we're seeing here. That is in no way surprising. It would have been shocking if they had somebody in there in a meaningful role who was passionate about games, passionate about the creator-driven business of games, because it would be in direct conflict with everything else Microsoft is doing. Microsoft is a company that is now about enabling its customers by enabling AI to drive things. You know what else is really bad to enable? It's drugs, as an example, or bad behavior, which AI is. AI is bad behavior. It rots the brain, literally. That's at odds with the auteur model of any art, but specifically of games. Microsoft doesn't have the problem that Apple does or that Netflix does, where they have an auteur-driven content model to manage. Games are the only place where they have a content business. Wow, okay. He basically says everything here. So let's just move on a little bit faster. We have this one here by Smash JT. Xbox CEO Asha Sharma claims she did not use an AI chat reply bot and that the idea of that is preposterous. She also claims to not pretend to be the best gamer while also being a family gamer. Translation, she got busted and has now entered damage control mode. This whole situation has been a train wreck from jump. Yeah. You know, we already looked at some of her replies, and I did give her the benefit of the doubt that she tried to be funny, but for the last 2 days, she hasn't answered anyone. She hasn't written anything. And we have here by her, I agree, faking would be a terrible idea and wouldn't work. I also didn't expect my gamertag to blow up, and the reality is more boring. I created it recently to learn and understand this world, because you can do that in a month. Yes, of course, of course. I've played with my family and it's a shared home account across devices. Weird, right? Which you can see in the range of games achievements. Fixed that this weekend and everyone is only playing on their own GTs. Oh, gamertags. But I get where this is coming from. I don't pretend to be the best gamer, and even though I'm playing, that's still not my goal. What are you saying here? My focus is to make Xbox the best place to play, return to our roots. You know, roots are in the dirt, so you are going to put the Xbox into the dirt, ship great things, and become stronger for the future. Yes, become stronger! And yes, I'm writing my own posts. Are you though? Are you? I'm not believing you anymore. And just, we're not going to go through the articles, but I talked about how even Kotaku is saying that the Xbox is dying since day one, because my tinfoil hat theory here is that they lost someone directly at Xbox, so they're not getting any access media, they're not getting review copies or anything, because they're now on the warpath. New Xbox CEO and company strategy. The plan's the plan until it's not the plan. I haven't seen anyone else talking about this, which is also, what is this? Who was it? Was it Churchill who said a plan works only as long before the first shots are being fired? That was way better. But he was also way smarter. And then we have this, the new head of Xbox is worried about birth rates but says AI will save us. Yeah, so why is Kotaku the only place that is now going after Asha Sharma and Xbox? I do wonder why. Again, tinfoil hat theory. But you can leave your tinfoil hat theory in the comment section down below. I'm keen to know what you have to say. And while you're here, please remember to do all the things that make the dings. Why? Because that way we can build a bigger community and talk more video game news every day. And by that I of course mean like and subscribe, and if you want you can share this video with your friends, and please turn off YouTube's restricted mode. Otherwise, have a great day my friend, stay fantastic, stay hydrated, and I will see you tomorrow with the next video. Because today, again, no stream, it's Wednesday, it's my Gundam evening. And yeah. Bye, bye, bye.